Nestled in the rolling hills of southern Africa lies a city built entirely of stone, a testament to ingenuity and power. These massive stone walls, built without mortar, would become the symbol of a thriving civilization. The precision of each stone placement demonstrates the remarkable skill of the Shona people. Generations of labor and communal effort went into constructing these towering walls, laying the foundation for a great city. At the heart of the city stands the conical tower, a symbol of royal authority and spiritual significance. Life within the city thrived, with families tending to daily chores, cultivating food, and preserving tradition. Great Zimbabwe's wealth attracted traders from distant lands, connecting this inland city to the Indian Ocean trade networks. As the sun sets over the ancient stones, Great Zimbabwe stands as a silent witness to the ingenuity and ambition of its builders. Around 1,100 CE Shona settlers arrived in the fertile highlands, seeking new lands for farming and livestock. They chose this elevated valley for its water sources, fertile soil, and natural defensive features. The earliest settlers began constructing circular stone foundations without mortar, a technique unique to the Shona. Circular huts were constructed atop these stone bases, blending practicality with local craftsmanship. Livestock pens were built close to homes, securing animals while reinforcing communal life. Elders guided construction, ensuring the walls would be both functional and enduring. Every stone was moved by hand, a testament to the settlers' communal effort and determination. Even the youngest members of the community contributed learning skills vital for survival and construction. The central plaza served as both a gathering place and a cultural hub, fostering community ties. Spiritual practices were integrated early, with ceremonies to honor ancestors and ensure prosperity. The great enclosure began to take shape, each stone carefully placed to endure generations. Evenings brought rest and communal bonding, essential for maintaining harmony and cooperation. Skills were passed down early, ensuring that knowledge of construction and craft endured. Livestock was secured each evening, vital for sustenance and economic stability. As the sun sets, the first structures of Great Zimbabwe reflect the ingenuity and dedication of its builders. Night settles over the valley, marking the end of a day and the early development of this remarkable city. By 1200 CE, Great Zimbabwe began to expand, accommodating a growing population and rising power. The great enclosure rose as the heart of royal authority, meticulously crafted from granite. At the center, the conical tower symbolized royal power and spiritual guidance. Beyond the walls, new neighborhoods accommodated the growing community, reflecting prosperity and organization. Agriculture flourished, supporting the city's growing population and economic strength. Gold mining became a vital part of the economy, fueling wealth and trade connections. The city's marketplace became a hub for both local exchange and international trade. Traders from the Swahili Coast and beyond brought exotic goods, connecting Great Zimbabwe to the wider world. Trade extended across the Indian Ocean, linking the city to China, the Middle East, and the Swahili Coast. The royal court oversaw governance, religious ceremonies, and the management of trade networks. Religious rituals reinforced the spiritual authority of the monarchy and social cohesion. Abundant harvests supported population growth and strengthened the city's economy. Gold from nearby mines fueled a thriving trade, attracting merchants from distant lands. City leaders carefully planned expansions to accommodate growth and maintain order. Evenings were times for rest, storytelling, and communal bonding, vital for social cohesion. As night falls, the city rests, preparing for another day of prosperity and growth. Traders from afar found shelter near the city, continuing networks of exchange under watchful eyes. Royal guards maintained vigilance, protecting the city's wealth and inhabitants. Even at night, the tower symbolized enduring authority and spiritual presence. Nearby streams provided fish, sustaining the city alongside agriculture and livestock. The laughter of children mingled with the sounds of labor, reflecting daily life in a growing city. Ceramics and beads circulated widely, linking local artisans to international trade. From above, the monarch supervised commerce and construction, ensuring prosperity and order. At the heart of society, the king ruled with authority, supported by a council of nobles and elders. Nobles advised the king, shaping laws, trade policies, and religious practices. Trade flourished under a structured society, linking local artisans to distant markets. Farmers formed the backbone of society, ensuring sustenance and stability. Women played a crucial role in crafting trade and preserving cultural traditions. Artisans crafted soapstone birds, embodying the spiritual and political essence of the city. Pottery reflected both utility and artistry, essential to daily life and commerce. Children were taught traditions, crafts, and rituals, ensuring cultural continuity. Ancestor worship formed the spiritual core, guiding decisions and daily life. Music and dance reinforced community bonds and spiritual expression. Stone carving conveyed both aesthetic and spiritual significance, reflecting identity and beliefs. Storytelling preserved history, moral lessons, and cultural identity for the young. Gold mining became a vital part of the economy, fueling wealth and trade connections. Gold crafting showcased skill and symbolized wealth and status within society. Communal meals reinforced social bonds and ensured collective well-being. Evening rituals honored ancestors and spiritual symbols, maintaining harmony between people and the divine. Children learned through imitation, absorbing arts and traditions from an early age. At night, the marketplace fell silent, reflecting the city's rhythm and discipline. Royal guards protected the city, its treasures, and the sanctity of rituals. Under the night sky, symbols of ancestry and authority stood silently, guiding the people. Craftsmanship continued late into the night, reflecting dedication to artistry and culture. Elders maintained vigilance, blending protection, guidance, and the transmission of knowledge. Under the serene moon, Great Zimbabwe rested, a thriving society rooted in culture and tradition. Agriculture thrived, supporting the growing population and providing surplus for trade. Livestock farming complemented agriculture, forming a backbone of the local economy. Gold was processed carefully, ready for exchange with merchants and traders. Handcrafted baskets transported valuable goods, reflecting skill and artistry. Processed hides were valuable trade commodities sought after by coastal merchants. Goods were organized carefully to attract merchants and maximize trade opportunities. Merchants from the Swahili Coast brought exotic goods, linking Great Zimbabwe to Indian Ocean trade. Gold and other resources facilitated international trade, connecting inland wealth to coastal networks. Exotic items like Chinese ceramics and Indian copper were carefully handled, preserving their value. Gold is moved to secure storage in the city center for safekeeping. Elephant ivory, highly valued abroad, became a key export for Great Zimbabwe. Goods from Great Zimbabwe reached distant lands via the Indian Ocean, linking Africa to the world. Exotic ceramics from China became prized items, reflecting the city's far-reaching trade connections. Copper from coastal trade routes was transformed into beautiful ornaments by skilled artisans. Even children participated, learning trade practices and community responsibility. Precise weighing ensured fairness and trust in the marketplace. Ivory was carefully transported, maintaining quality for international trade. Negotiations and agreements determined the flow of goods, securing wealth and alliances. Central storage protected the city's wealth, maintaining control over trade and economic power. As night fell, the city rested, its wealth safeguarded until the next day of trade. Beneath the stars, Great Zimbabwe stood as a hub of commerce, wealth, and far-reaching trade connections. Internal power struggles arose between the royal family and the nobility, testing the city's unity. Competition for wealth and influence created tension within the ruling elite. Environmental challenges such as drought and soil exhaustion strained food production. Livestock suffered from the harsh environment, impacting the city's economy and sustenance. Population pressures intensified social tensions, stretching resources thin. Diplomatic negotiations became crucial as rival kingdoms competed for trade dominance. Conflicts with neighboring kingdoms over trade routes heightened political tension. The ruling council weighed strategies to protect economic interests and maintain stability. Agricultural strain challenged the community, creating widespread hardship. Water scarcity further compounded the city's difficulties, threatening both people and livestock. Trade slowed as neighboring kingdoms asserted influence, reducing the city's economic dominance. Internal disputes escalated, weakening centralized control. Merchants adapted to new challenges, safeguarding goods against potential conflicts. Security remained tight as the city faced internal discord and external pressures. Communities relied on cooperation to survive the mounting environmental and social pressures. By the late 14th century, environmental stress and competition weakened Great Zimbabwe's agricultural foundation. As trade routes shifted and resources dwindled once, fertile fields were left untended. Families gradually abandoned their homes, leaving only the stone foundations behind. Even the royal palace was deserted, signaling the end of centralized rule. The royal family and nobles migrated south, seeking safer lands and new trade opportunities. Merchants closed their stalls, carrying goods to follow new trade routes. Livestock was relocated or left behind, reflecting the population's exodus. Streets that once bustled with trade now lay silent and overgrown. Structures deteriorated over time, leaving only the stone skeletons of the city. The tools of labor once vital were abandoned as the workforce dispersed. The decline of trade marked the loss of the city's economic prominence. Families migrated in search of fertile land and safer environments. Even the royal guards departed, leaving the city vulnerable to time and elements. Night falls on the empty courtyards, silent witnesses to a fading civilization. The great enclosure endured, yet nature began reclaiming its grandeur. The iconic tower remained as a silent sentinel over an abandoned city. As the city fell silent, Great Zimbabwe became a memory etched in stone, a testament to a vanished empire. Great Zimbabwe's ruins stand as silent witnesses to a once thriving civilization. In the early 19th century, European explorers first documented the mysterious stone city. Early excavations revealed the city's stone structures and artifacts, sparking scholarly interest. The discovery of soapstone birds highlighted the city's artistic and spiritual sophistication. Imported and locally made ceramics illustrated trade networks and daily life. The enormous walls testify to the architectural genius of the Shona builders. Descendants of the Shona people reflect on their cultural heritage preserved in stone and artifact. Carvings of birds and symbols reveal the spiritual and political importance of the site. Meticulous recording of artifacts ensured preservation of knowledge for future generations. Cultural practices, including dance and music, continue to honor the ancestors and traditions. Modern artisans continue the legacy, replicating the symbolic soapstone birds. Ceramics, both local and imported, reveal artistic skill and global trade links. Today, Great Zimbabwe draws visitors eager to witness its enduring legacy. Knowledge is passed down, connecting the young to their ancestral heritage. As the sun sets, the ruins evoke the grandeur of a civilization long past. Great Zimbabwe stands as a testament to Africa's ingenuity, commerce, and cultural richness, inspiring generations to come. From a magnificent stone city to a center of trade and culture, Great Zimbabwe continues to inspire. Artifacts like the soapstone birds tell stories of a civilization rich in culture and spirituality. The massive walls stand as enduring symbols, even as nature slowly reclaims them. Great Zimbabwe reminds us that even vanished cities leave stories carved in stone. These ruins evoke the ingenuity, trade, and culture that flourished centuries ago. Standing tall, the tower symbolizes the power and spiritual significance of the city. Even in darkness, the legacy of Great Zimbabwe shines as a testament to African ingenuity. Subscribe to Civilizations, uncovered to discover more forgotten civilizations and their incredible stories.